North America had their last regional of the first split of the 2024 season of RLCS, and the final was between G2 and GenG. It was an insane series. G2 is going for the first ever three-peat, which means they win all three regionals in an event. No one has ever done that before. GenG stands in their way. I hope you enjoy the series. If you do, leave a like, drop any comment below, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's just get right into the series. I'm so excited for this series, man. These guys have faced off so many times, and G2 has had GenG's number. But it's a new finals, man. This is the first. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm just gonna shut up.
There is no fear. There is only determination. It is time to lock in. And GenG, like you said, defeated them once in Swiss, but can they do it again when it matters? Now we're in the grand final. Second time they meet. Will GenG rewrite the script?
GenG, this would be massive for them going into the major. Finally taking down grand finals victory. They've gotten close before, but it was G2 that stood in their way, and it's G2 who stands there again. Nice early pressure here. G2 coming off a hot victory over TSM. Apparently Jack now going to try to get something going, but Beast Mode, he gave him so much pain in the first grand finals with his quick challenges, and you're already seeing that from Beast Mode.
Yeah, if you're GenG watching how the TSM match went, when the desk mentioned over 4 goals a game against the #1 defense in the region of TSM.
We missed!
G2 are in perfect form, and
1v1.
Chronic missing that opportunity, got pushed out of the way. Here's retaliation from Daniel, but you can't let Daniel with all that space and time, and Chronic with a close call right back at them.
Things looking a little bit sloppy on the goal line there. GenG having some good scoring chances. Daniel going for a backward pass to Beast Mode, and that also hits off the backboard.
Who do you guys want to win this? Let me know. Give me a G2 or a GenG. Like, who's your heart rooting for in this series? If this is a YouTube video, timestamp whatever time we're at. Let me know in the comments before the end of the series who you're rooting for in the series. I feel like I'm rooting for G2. I like both these teams, but to see G2 be able to get history and win 3 straight regionals in NA, like nobody's ever done that before. So it'd be insane to see someone do that in the major region, you know?
Against G2, and you already had some lessons on how this went in the Swiss. And Daniel was the guy to shut down, and GenG had figured that out. And they were keeping a close eye on him.
G2 picking up the pace now. Chronic going to try to air dribble this out. Does get a flip and does use it to get by. And First Killer will lob towards net, trying to milk that boost out. First Killer getting a bump and also a touch on Atomic. Now
free touch for Chronic. No. Oh, what a pass!
Team play.
What a pass
from GenG.
And that was what's most deadly about GenG when they start connecting on those passes. And what a setup from Jack off the wall. And to tuck that perfectly placed in the bottom left, you're going to have to pull out all the stops to shake up G2 and to keep those cracks in the armor that GenG established in the Swiss. G2 looked a lot more human, a lot more beatable. But
just like that,
Daniel
though.
Steps up,
just
and
like that.
Tie.
They just overpower GenG here. The low 50 from Daniel, the start of that success. Such a good 50. And then Daniel there to clean things up. Daniel, he is just so calm under pressure. Whether he wants to go for a fake or a low 50, it always seems like he's a step ahead of whoever he's trying to beat.
Oh, and First Killer, a shot there towards Daniel. Good save. As Jack pushes Atomic out of the way, attempting the clear. Now the play continues. Jack and Chronic connect, double commit out of G2, but Atomic first on the rebound. But the midfield commanded by GenG. And the offense continues. Another double commit from G2. But the first on it is Chronic versus Daniel. And the GenG pressure's building up. Jack with the fake to First Killer with a shot. Saved again by G2.
G2, you saw Atomic on 0 boost, has
nice
a couple
save.
Small pads. But GenG, despite giving up that goal, have looked a little bit better than G2 so far. We saw multiple double commits from G2, which caused that boost efficiency. And now GenG trying to get back on the attack. Apparently Jack with the ball goes for an air dribble, gets the bump on Daniel as well, but Beast Mode is there to support.
Still a 1-1 game with almost 90 seconds left, but here comes Atomic right into the net, but now tucks it to the side, wants a better quality shot, and Daniel throws another one down. All these down low shots being saved by GenG. Now space for GenG to move downfield. Jack will do so on the left and runs into first killer, which is awkward there, and G2 gonna see if they can punish.
G2. We did have that low 50 that led to the goal, but can they bring some of those team plays or even a solo play?
Good clear. Good
he's
clear.
got plenty of those in his back pocket.
Last minute of play. It's gonna be a long final. And G2 know they have to peak here and now. And Chronic let loose. Defense stepping up. Chronic and Jack ready on the right side where beast mode will land. How will this 50 shake up? It's beast mode that breaks through. Atomic with the pinch towards the blue end. But not a lot of presence from G2 on this ball. Now Atomic behind on the play. Daniel slowing it down. Chronic against Atomic. Good win from Atomic. Now setting up Daniel for the counterattack. But
Is this gonna go to overtime?
Stop. It's been difficult to develop.
Yeah, Daniel's midfield presence certainly being felt even on that last play,
Hold
getting
on.
that little touch,
It's a little awkward.
making sure GenG couldn't keep them locked in their own half. Right now poised for overtime, but GenG's having a good attack late.
I don't know. I feel like we might get some late game
Jack
action
keeping
here
up with
before
this
we go to
ball and
overtime.
turns on it. Daniel steals corner. Jack against Atomic. A stop there.
Never mind.
And the 50
Overtime
cycles.
we
We
go.
to overtime for game
Here
one.
we go.
GenG
Come
had
on.
such a good start, a quality goal, that backward pass from apparently Jack. Now first killer gets a flip reset, but
Oh, he
Atomic
missed.
hits it down, and there was a
Chronic.
miss. Did Daniel get around it? Pinch pass to
What
the
a
middle,
save.
and apparently Jack there to close the window.
Jack, what a great win. That was gonna be dire. That could have been the G2 overtime. Beast mode having the pass. It's off the cross. Chronic saves the moment. And Chronic gets the demo. G2 off their backs for now. Beast mode. Well, we'll keep them locked
Here
in.
comes Daniel. He's got by
G2
one.
Still harassing.
No problem.
But as they step up, they're getting demoed. GenG are doing everything they can to break out of this blue half. This midfield, so difficult to traverse. But Daniel just lobbing it towards the net forces Jack to make the save. And GenG are doing everything they can with passes to get out. And Daniel to Atomic.
Good save.
It's a dangerous ball.
Saw apparently Jack trying to get that little tip with beast mode, doing what he does best, keeping that ball in, being that first man who keeps the attack on going. Daniel now trying to dribble.
Daniel.
Seeing what the defense gives him, a team bump, but still
2v1.
Chronic is able to get it out of his half. And apparently Jack going for this corner double. He feeds it to first killer.
What a
apparently
pass.
Jack was the catalyst in game
This
one.
double from Jack.
Jack, the setup guy from the bottom of his
What
car,
a
and
play,
even with
dude.
G2 home.
Overtime W and GenG take game one. Game two, baby. Let's go. G2 versus GenG, and my voice is cracking.
Overall, looking like the better team in game one.
By a slim margin. By
Surely
only one
G2
goal.
bounces back. Red,
Good
thank
win
you
by
for the
Chronic.
gifted sub, brother.
GenG
I appreciate you.
With more demos, first killer leaving it off to Jack, but good contest from Beast Mode in the midfield to
what a
the
save.
and Daniel with the second touch, and GenG send this back as Atomic now watches what first killer can do, who flicks it above. Jack with an important demo, but Beast Mode with a solid clear to kill that momentum from GenG.
And a very important demo there. You saw Atomic get demoed. And that's when you need to buy that time. We're seeing demos left and right. This is a solo play opportunity for Beast Mode.
Oh, that was almost nuts.
Shot. But it came up just short. I was a believer there for a moment.
With how far committed G2 was to, an important touch came at the end to stop GenG from counterattacking.
The jump is crazy.
From that hole, G2 with the first goal.
What?
Atomic taking that space, and Beast Mode is so confident
Oh
to jump
my
up there. I mean, he knew exactly where Atomic was going to put
That is crazy. That is crazy.
A minute gone by. G2's pressure. Okay, just getting demoed off a kickoff. First killer pinch off the ceiling to Jack, threatening the double.
That's close.
But it goes off the side. Had Beast Mode jumping, had him shaking in his boots. And G2, they know they have to clear this quick.
Apparently Jack trying to take that up. Will be contested here by Daniel. Lovely first touch. You can see first killer trying to play the 50.
Chronic's there. What a
Another
save.
challenge coming in. First killer Trying to threaten another really nice touch here from apparently Jack. Went for the bump, but Atomic saw it coming from the beginning, was able to navigate around it.
G2 stayed
Nice save.
composed, but with these shots
Good
coming
defense.
in out of GenG, G2 had to start getting these demos, remove GenG by force. But G2's presence, they couldn't retaliate in time in the demo. Daniel dives and saves a heroic play from G2. Now they hope to get more. How
Good
about
touch
some
from Jack.
revenge? But it's still a 1-0 game.
Chronic going for a pass here. You could see him and First Killer not on the same page. Apparently Jack has to keep this ball in and does buy that time. And now GenG back in rotation. A nice double tap though from Atomic keeps First Killer off the trail.
Daniel bullies his way through, but just getting surrounded. Now Beast
Nice
Mode
beat.
with the challenge.
Nice
Great that he got
shot.
his pass
Ja,
there.
what a
And Jack, that
save.
pillar in the back. He
What
made
a
the initial
save.
First Killer there in time.
Brother.
Daniel with the rebound wins the
There it
50
is.
to Beast Mode.
What?
Oh, the pop-up from Jack and
Bro.
Chronic was perfect. And the G2 relentless offense keeps going, win after win on these 50s. Atomic to Daniel, a couple of whiffs and being called off. And now GenG breathe.
Oh, but there's two going
Chronic.
for G2. First Killer can get a tip.
Oh, the
And
dog
there's the dunk from
game.
Chronic. So despite all
Oh
that
my
pressure
goodness.
from G2, it melts away on a counterattack. Looked like even a team bump there, throwing the back line into havoc for G2.
Oh, man.
Yeah, G2 just trying to avoid each other on the offense. They get reorganized on their end, and GenG are so quick to respond. We're tied 1-1 in similar fashion as game one. First Killer trying to pinch his way out. The clear is denied, and now the First Killer's demoed. G2 really got to fight for possession here. See if they can make the
He's
most
way
out
free
of
touch.
this opportunity.
Oh!
Atomic with a great pass, and it bounces bar down, but not in. As Chronic and First Killer scoop it out, Daniel challenged in front of the net. That's dangerous.
This is
GenG
crazy,
keep
dude.
utilizing these demos to get G2 into a chaotic state. And GenG get out.
Beautiful 50 from First Killer. He's going to go for it again, but Daniel reads it around him. Daniel going
Nice
for a
bob.
bump. There's the demo. Daniel keeping possession as well. This will be a shot opportunity potentially for Atomic. Goes for the corner pass. But all of
That control is
effort
crazy,
from
dude.
Daniel did work well to get G2 the space, but the ball will be all the way back here for apparently Jack.
Daniel
I think Jack was
didn't
there
get
in
touched.
time. Chronic just grabbed the
By
side
two.
boost, and now back to full. He can keep up with
Good
the
read from
play
Chronic,
because
though.
G2 like to play fast.
Oh,
And
First Killer!
The crossfield pass.
Oh my
to
goodness.
Get GenG the lead.
And look at that boom. It's sailing over the entire
Yeah, that's just a good
defense
shot.
of
Daniel can't get
G2.
there.
First Killer puts it on target, just has to basically throw it on net. With how powerful Chronic hit that, it even tapped the ceiling. Man, that was a boom from Chronic.
And we saw those flashes of brilliance from GenG against that OG team from the semifinals.
Dude, if GenG go up 2-0, is that the point where you'd kind of think maybe we're gonna see a GenG victory here? I don't know.
Sweat this hard. Atomic, the pre-jump off the ceiling, but this lands right into First Killer's lap. Atomic goes to steal boost. The First Killer doesn't even need it as he's sailing across the orange half, but Beast Mode and friends look stable for now. Jack looks to contest the midfield.
It's a good
Goes
clear.
forward. Just time
That's a good bob.
killed from
Oh,
G2's
wow.
opportunities, and they can't even keep it in the blue half.
And you saw that pinch going all the way back. Beast Mode.
Oh, it's
will
awkward.
Boom it.
It's awkward for Chronic.
Oh, he
It's
actually
gonna
missed the
center.
corner
It's too
boost.
heavy.
This might be bad. Only had 11 boost and now is out of the play. Numbers advantage here for G2. Daniel on the dribble, contested still. The back
What is
pass,
happening?
It is getting scrappy in there in the trenches. Everyone trying to get this
Oh.
ball out. There's the fake. First Killer tips it.
There we go.
Atomic with some time. Takes it to
0
the sidewall.
seconds.
Second
It's
effort,
gonna
he
hit the
whiffs on it, and
ground.
it hits the ground,
GenG
allowing
up
GenG
2-0. GenG up 2-0. It's time for game 3.
But now there's
Surely
prize
we
money
get a
on the line,
G2 bounce
and
back.
A lot of it. And that's gonna help
Surely.
pay for some nice meals in Copenhagen. So you want to throw it all down and also get some nice revenge. G2 want to say that was just a fluke.
Oh, it just, for the confidence as well going into the major. The confidence is everything. We saw that from GenG in the
That's the
fall
rule
split
one.
last time. They had all the confidence going in, and they actually won that major. So this is very big for GenG, who look to repeat that success.
What
See
a
if that
beat.
timeout had an
Oh my
impactful
goodness,
effect
Daniel.
on G2.
That's crazy.
How did First Killer make that save? I thought that was in for sure. And G2 running on fumes, but Beast Mode just back up to full. He's still involved in the play. And GenG, they crack through that midfield, and Chronic in the 1v1.
Good play.
Still keep the play alive. Now from the right, gets shoved
Yeah,
out of the way there
maximize.
from
I see you coming up from
Atomic,
TikTok
so
class.
Jack will try
I
and
appreciate it, man.
synergize.
All right, thank you for the
Goes
2-month
over to Chronic
resub.
again.
Appreciate supporting the
First
stream.
Killer knows he can't go up high quite yet.
Good challenge from Beast Mode. This lets Daniel move in. Daniel going to try to dribble this out, but Chronic has been so keen on spotting those plays from Daniel and shutting him down.
Good demo from GenG. Now they take
good
shots.
save.
Atomic forced
Good
to
save.
But the rebound that Jack was looking for, he gets demoed off the ball. Some fantastic defense from G2.
What a save!
And wanting to drop this off.
Crazy.
Atomic, it's a nice attempt. Chronic removed. Ball back in the hands of Beast Mode. And it's just chaos with all these demos. And GenG are just trying to make space.
And GenG's defense is playing so well. That play from Daniel.
Wait, that's just in.
And I
Beast
get my
Mode.
cursor right away.
He's got
I
it.
can't believe they
He's
stopped
got
that
it.
off the ceiling flip reset from Daniel. But then here, Chronic lets that get away from him. And then Atomic actually is, you know, sweeping the line, but everyone was lost. I think First Killer thought that apparently Jack was third man, and apparently Jack must have thought that First Killer was going to be third man because they just left that net open. And usually someone's going to be at least covering that option.
It was great initiative out of G2, and you just demo.
Uh-oh.
It's just
Oh, we're good.
chaos, and you
That
have to
scared
play
me.
perfectly
That scared me.
in those situations. As Beast Mode right into the hands of
Uh-oh.
GenG's defense.
Awkward double commit.
Follow each other, maybe running into each other. Beast Mode with the recovery.
Hidden
and
squad walk forward from
Chronic has to
TikTok.
take it up
Good to
high,
see you.
and
Appreciate you
Jack
coming over.
retreats to watch what Beast Mode is doing, just in case
Oh,
this
he wants
ball
the bump.
were to
He's
land
got
back
it.
in G2's favor. Now G2 have their backs against the wall, but don't seem too flustered.
Apparently Jack going to try to turn now. Daniel gets a piece of it, but it actually might help GenG
Nice.
here. Atomic
Good
forced
stop from
to jump,
Atomic.
and that lets Chronic snag the corner. So GenG
Mary,
will
thank
have
you
some
for all the
boost to
gifts
make
on
this play.
TikTok.
There
I
is a
see you coming
demo,
in.
But Atomic had
I
to
really
jump and
appreciate
bail
that.
out. That's precious boost wasted. First Killer,
Hello,
if
hello.
he gets that pass
How's it going?
infield, Chronic was ready for the pass. G2 though,
This
holding
last
on
series.
just enough. Beast Mode will get by that first line of defense. Low boost here for First Killer to work with.
Yeah, you're midway through.
Daniel can't carve through.
They'll probably turn
Now
around.
Jack with an important demo on the Beast Mode. Get G2 off of them. G2, I mean, every team has talked about it. When you face G2, they are suffocating, and you need perfect team play to get past them and to even try and beat them. And GenG have proved that it's possible. But now this game 3 is a little bit more quiet. They haven't scored yet. G2 are only up by 1 though, and Daniel is first on the ball. Atomic is by his side, hoping for the wall pinch, but Beast Mode is too far forward. But they still keep the
He's
play
got a bead
alive
here.
as Atomic's
Oh,
off
never
the
mind.
ceiling, and First Killer drops it right to the corner, and G2 keep trying to salvage the play. 90
No
seconds
bump.
left. They need insurance.
Come
need
on,
everything
fellas.
you can get against GenG.
And it's been so awkward for GenG, barely keeping their head above water. Finally breaking out of their half. It's been so long since they've had an attack, and now G2 trying to get through once more.
Smart play from Daniel. He's going to send it to
top
Atomic.
player to play. He's so much misdirection and also raw mechanical ability.
Uh-oh, 1v1.
Now it's 1v1. Jack and
1v1.
Daniel. Jack pulls the trigger.
Whoa.
Rebound
Okay,
the
yeah.
First Killer, and he
Good
finishes
goal.
the job.
That save from Daniel was still
GenG
nuts.
passes are what you love to
What
watch.
a
They're
save.
so quick too, and it was a
Man,
good
that's
initial
crazy.
attempt by Daniel to save.
Good
but
shot
with
from
the
Jack, though. Good
momentum,
finish
the
from
speed
First
that
Killer.
GenG had when
Here
they
we
moved
go.
downfield, it was too much for G2 to handle. And now that lead is gone. 1 minute left, with GenG having the potential to steal away game 3 and go to match point against one of the best of North America.
Wait,
What
Daniel
win
doesn't have a lot of
from
boost.
First Killer. Daniel's attention is summoned back, and Beast Mode with just a touch to get this out of their end. But Jack to First Killer. Beast Mode needs to break it up. He's bumped off the play, but his initial effort is good. GenG keep trying their best.
Atomic!
Oh,
Gosh!
no.
Atomic is a highlight machine!
What?
Can't believe it.
Oh
Off the
my
ceiling, a
gosh.
few touches, crashing down back to earth to give G2 back the
That
lead
is insane.
with 32
That's so
seconds
gross.
left.
That's so
Atomic has
gross.
his moment to be in the stars and kick off for GenG. Jack with the demo. Chronic hunting down Daniel, but first killer couldn't get the setup he wanted.
That's so crazy,
Jack
dude.
throws it up high, buying time for GenG to get these
Wait,
passes going. First killer
it's gonna
versus
center
Atomic.
though.
Atomic beats. Daniel runs into Atomic. Jack has a second to think with the fake, and the time was almost there. 10 seconds
This is dicey.
left. First
The
killer
bomb.
goes down.
It's open. Chronic.
With the shot, it's open. 2-2.
What a
There was
50
no
and
hesitation.
demo.
The corner boost actually spawning
Crazy.
perfectly in time for first kill
Crazy,
to
dude.
give him the boost to even get that demo. So many things had to go right, and first killer, he made the play using every advantage, and somehow GenG tie that up.
Just gonna drop it.
Lobs it. Atomic
Overtime.
out there first.
Here
Finally
we
in
go.
overtime for the second time this series. Will GenG go to match point? Will G2 resurrect their chances? Now it's a 3-on-2 after that demo off a kickoff. And Beast Mode dancing against first killer
Nice
off
speed
the
from
ceiling.
Atomic.
Atomic and Chronic collide. But now Jack gets it out. And Daniel
Oh my
flipping
God.
the play on his head.
What
dribbling
is
above
Daniel
first killer.
doing?
Chronic in the
No!
net. So is Jack. The
What?
Daniel!
That's the goal of the weekend.
What
That
a
is
special
crazy,
play from
dude.
Daniel. He half flips into an air
Oh
dribble into
my
a flip
gosh.
reset. I have never seen anything
The
like
level
that.
of control on
Daniel
that is crazy.
incredible.
It's G2 that take game 3.
Best ones player in the region.
Dude, yeah, Sathy was shocked. That was like, you have to understand the level of control and precision that you have to do that is absolutely insane, dude. It's time for game 4. Let's go.
I am just stunned that, I mean, both the goals. Atomic's goal was amazing, but
Let's
Daniel
go.
to do that in a moment like that, amazing.
That was
Incredible
so,
stuff.
I can't get over that goal from last game, dude.
Gotta respect
Ilya,
it. If
thank
you're
you so much for the
GenG.
5 gifted
Now
subs.
GenG's defense assembles.
Thank you so much.
Chronic, it's not the best drop off. You saw Daniel lurking and hunting for his prey in beast mode. Now pinches it off to that defensive
Oh, he
end,
just
and
missed.
Jack's first on the
Daniel.
ball, and he scores.
Dino used all of
And
his
there's the
skill
response.
last game. He just kind of missed this read.
All the way down.
Big miss. Atomic can't react in time. That's kind of, yeah, it's kind of on Daniel for the miss. Atomic just trusted too much.
And that's another
Daniel,
for
a
first
tough
killer to be able to get that
miss.
clear.
Tough
Abjack having to
miss.
Clean it up.
This is so deja vu from Swiss. Well, I know this is not a best of 5, but GenG were up by 2, and then G2 started coming back. They know how to adapt and overcome. This beast mode can't overcome Jack in that moment, and he's been the guy you got to worry about.
Nice
Tries
save.
to flick it above Daniel. Atomic with a great save. And you know that everyone from G2 needs to come back when GenG start going for these crazy challenges that can turn the play. GenG have been good at winning those at crucial moments. Now a free ball for G2, setting up Atomic. Jack getting a touch to it, gets the
Nice
Chronic.
pass, but no one's there.
Atomic still fights for possession, but Beast Mode wasn't in position to do anything with it.
GenG trying to add to their lead. Beast Mode has to be careful here. Chronic waiting patiently, goes for the 50. Abjack also in support. Chronic will be able to keep this in. Plays patient, actually missed the mid boost. It spawned right as he left. However, we'll have that corner to work with. Back down.
Nice
Great
beat.
speed from Chronic. And he
Oh, I think
tried
it's
to
open.
beat Daniel. Still might have a
Oh, he
goal. That
missed.
one off the post.
1v1.
And now it's a 1v1. It's actually a 2v1 on the other end.
Oh!
Abjack gets bumped.
What
It's
a
hopeless
turnaround.
situation
Brother,
for
you just got to
GenG.
score that if you're Chronic, or at least put it on. You got to do something. Oh, that's a tough miss from Chronic.
Did I miss the party? And guess just get smashed on by G2 in that moment. Not much you can do in the 1v2. We're tied 1-1 as usual. These two go back and forth multiple times throughout this split. Beast Mode to Daniel. It's a bouncer, and Chronic was in between nonetheless. First killer maintains the speed, runs into 2 of G2, but a great touch, a second touch from Daniel. Try and get this out. But you know that GenG are always looming and always making you second guess how you move around the field.
Tie ball game again, and this has been such an entertaining series. That last game, jaw-dropping finish. G2 still have more work to do, trailing 2-1. GenG will be on match point after this. So now to defend once more. Lead blocker play
he's
almost
got it.
resulting in another goal for G2. Now apparently Jack will leave this for Chronic. Chronic testing the
Nice.
backboard, but
What
it's
a
going to be a
clear,
huge
dude.
boom
Holy.
for Beast Mode downfield.
G2 were busy defending, and good thing
Dude,
they're
it's
still
just
there.
boomer ball.
It's just down one side.
I feel like this is one of the biggest differences between North America and Europe that gives Europe the advantage right now is I feel like NA is so quick to just boom the ball away and not like control. I don't know. I feel like Europe, I feel like they just control it so much more. Well, they'll kind of control it. They'll air dribble it. But just so many just huge clears over to the other side of the field. You're just giving away possession. You know what I mean?
Chronic is low. Tough boost situation here for GenG. Jack will just lob it downfield, try to buy some time here. Chronic now boosted up at the midfield, seeing what
There's
Daniel
kind of a
does
good
with
pass.
Beast Mode, trying to 50. Does snag the
Here
corner
we go.
as well.
Good control.
Nicely played from Beast Mode.
I will
Flip
say
reset from
Daniel does a good job of
going
that.
for another solo play.
Maybe a shot.
You know he's got it in, and there's a double commit on the goal line.
Uh-oh.
But apparently Jack will tip it up for first killer.
That G2 pressure's getting scary. And first killer cut off before he could sail away with any smiles on his face. Now Beast Mode trying to do his impression on the other side, and it's stop after stop. Both teams have only been able to register 4 shots each. That's how difficult it's been to get set up against just the 2 best teams this region has to offer.
Chronic going for a pass. Beast Mode.
What a
barely
touch.
getting there in
There's
time.
another boost,
Just
though.
gonna
He's got to
stay
come
on
down.
it. Chronic forcing the issue. Beast Mode back down. There's a demo. Chronic sending it out to the middle. Nicely done. Allows his teammates to respawn. First killer's jumping up for this. Probably just go for 50.
He's out of
Actually
boost.
Loses it there. This is going to be dangerous for Chronic. Chronic
Oh,
decides
good
to take
save.
the shot as third man. They did enough to have G2 far enough back to where Chronic could make that play. As we approach now the final 30 seconds, we are still tied up.
Oh, first killer's
Uh-oh.
coming in quick. Neutralized there at the corner.
This is kind of another.
G2
This is kind of another
assemble.
must-win if you're
Fighting
G2.
back this time.
To go down
Beast Mode with the
1-3
dribble atomic,
is just
having to
really
make
tough to
space
come
in
back
front of the
from.
net. But GenG hold the wall. And they hold the door as Chronic hopes to respond. The 50 drops down.
Oh, they
and a
bumped
great
each other.
catch from Atomic. First killer going in for more. And Jack can't break through against Beast Mode. We may just enter another
There we
overtime.
go. It's
So we do.
another overtime.
All
Let's
eyes
go.
on Daniel. See if he has another one of those ready to go. That shot truly incredible in overtime as well. But GenG, you're hungry to get on match point and prove that that Swiss stage win
demo.
was not a fluke. And this is a
Oh,
great
it's so
chance.
awkward.
Up in the
Oh,
air.
Jack
actually hits it.
missed. A
Chronic
double commit.
also has
Another
jumped for it to get a
1v1.
piece of it. Now
Daniel,
in
he's
the air,
peeking.
trying
What
to
is
go
it?
for it again, and he's shut down.
Wow, the fact that GenG stopped
That was almost like
and they
exact
kind of
deja
double-committed
vu
on
from
that
their
ball
first
to-
goal.
Well, end overtime. You got to make that risk, and they salvage it. They don't. Doesn't cost them anything. First 30 seconds into
Only
overtime
20 boosts,
has
he's out of
been
boost.
already terrifying. And Daniel sends it downfield. And then it's sent right back. Daniel and Atomic gonna work together now against first killer who drops
Dude, this is
it.
crazy.
And this could be what sends GenG to match point. Atomic swinging at it. And stop after stop. Chronic's gonna need some help, and Jack gonna shove Daniel around, so he's pushed off the play. And Atomic running out of boost. And this goes right into GenG's hands. Not too shaken.
Good 50.
We'll see what Daniel can do. He doesn't have a lot of boost either.
Such a battle for possession now. You can see at times just lobbing it in towards net, trying to waste that boost, trying to force a mistake out of the other team. Chronic is airborne.
Uh-oh.
Will have a flip.
Oh, the bump.
Uses
Wait.
it early.
Oh, it's still
Atomic
awkward.
off the ceiling.
First
killer's
killer.
there. Looks for the corner. Is going to stay on the
What a
play.
touch.
But Beast Mode beats it to it hands.
Jack's got a lot of
The ball
boost.
back in the hands
Chronic's got a lot of
GenG.
boost.
Now
It's
going
over
off
him.
the ceiling,
Oh.
trying to get the block. This is great pressure
Wow.
from GenG. Might be a
Oh,
chance.
it's over
Flip
him.
reset
No,
from
first killer.
drops
He's
it down.
got it.
Apparently, Jack.
Jack
And
finishes
GenG
it.
win it in OT.
But this was all first killer.
Match point for GenG.
Woo!
But G2 were
That was- oh, dude, wait, what? Did that even go in all the way? I have no idea. It does. GenG take game 4. They're up 3-1 in the series. G2 versus GenG game 5. Let's go. Let's go. G2 got to win 3 in a row. 3 in a row.
They were able
That's going to be
In
tough.
Swiss, can they do it here on the big stage?
GenG match point. Be the first time they could win a regional this split. And Atomic, it's already a good start for G2. They gotta keep up that pressure they've been known for. And Daniel trying to center this out for Atomic. It's a good shove by Chronic and First Killer, but this pinches out, and Jack always makes sure that he's that solid pillar in front of the net that will break up the pass from G2. And Chronic and First Killer gonna try again, but Chronic's being bullied by 3 G2 members.
Atomic thinking somebody's on him. Apparently Jack does get a bump on Daniel.
Ooh,
and now
good
the
demo. It's a good demo.
Apparently Jack not letting Daniel get away. Now Chronic off the
Surfer,
ceiling.
thank you. Got my church clothes on today for y'all.
Fortunately for G2, Daniel there to stop it, but the attack is still going.
Still is.
Uh-oh.
GenG cycling is
Nice.
so good.
Dude,
and
that's just a
everyone's
good
involved in the
50.
success, and Chronic finds the back of the net.
Just a good
Chronic
50.
lurking. We've seen him be the last back, and he's not been afraid to,
Dang.
as third man,
Such a good 50.
dive in and take that shot. And that time, it gets GenG the lead, and it might be the only goal they need. We'll see how things pan out. Now G2 is going to have to respond.
GenG already broken up in the midfield, but GenG always know how
What
to
a
find
dunk.
the
Goodness.
result of these 50s and to take it inch by inch to advance this offense from a mile. But G2 looking like they're just stable. They're keeping themselves in their own end,
weird.
just trying to stop Jack. Daniel's successful at doing so, but transitioning into an offense, G2 is struggling a bit. And now it's some fakes, and the pace change in front of the
so
net.
close, dude.
Oh, that was dire.
That was so close.
First Killer
Oh, wait, it's so
landed on
open.
his teammate, and
Oh!
it's off the post. I thought it was going to be a goal for G2. Still might be. This is off the ceiling. It's awkward for Chronic. A double commit, a demo on
What
the
is
last
happening?
back. This game is pure chaos.
It is, and that demo, GenG bring the momentum. Jacks up the wall and just kind of changes that pace against
I want to see that
Atomic's
from
challenge.
Daniel's point of view, because that
Now
looked
G2's backs are against the
open.
wall.
But
Can't
maybe he was
afford
out of
another
boost,
goal
so he
with
just
how
didn't have the
difficult
angle.
It's been for G2 to be executing on these offenses. And First Killer and friends of GenG have been winning
he
these
missed.
50s, and Jack at the wrong angle, hoping to get that pass. Chronic tries
Oh,
again.
what?
Atomic and Daniel.
G2,
Oh,
where's
they
the
stop it.
defense?
GenG's lead increases.
But G2, they are really in trouble now. Looks like they ran into one another in the
Yeah,
corner. Could
they
never
just bumped each
recover.
other.
And Chronic has been so consistent all series long. Gets the feed to Jack, and Jack will easily put that one away.
G2 have to stay organized on that defense, but I know with the pace of play that is going on right now, it can't fault them for that. Chronic having to dance off the ceiling. G2's reads are good. Now Atomic and Beast Mode work together to move downfield. And Atomic bounces out to Daniel, who's forced to
That
make
was
a
nice.
backflip. Didn't think it was possible with GenG's presence. It's tough to cut through GenG. They're on one today.
Nice beat. Still 50 out.
GenG, they are feeling it. Less than half the game left to go. The defense not giving an inch.
Banger flick, dude.
Atomic gonna try to take that up the back corner. You can see First Killer already going off the ceiling, which he has done quite a few times. We even saw him do it in the last series. Not afraid to drive up there and have those bold challenges.
Strong clear from First Killer intended for Chronic on the long pass, but G2 first in the air and first on the ball.
Nice 50.
Daniel
I was gonna say, Beast Mode's
Atomic
there.
can't pave the way.
That's a nice
Beast Mode
fake.
bulldozes
Okay.
through
Hold
the net
on.
and keeps G2 within one.
Hold on.
Beast Mode.
Oh my
He
goodness.
just forces
That's
it
such a
through.
good
Sees
fake,
Chronic
dude.
going high, decides to go low and 50 it.
That's such a good fake.
Lovely perception
Spherical,
there from
good to
Beast
see you.
Mode.
I see you in the
Taking
chat.
what Chronic was given to him.
Oh my goodness.
G2 connecting there on that offense. Under too many cooks in the kitchen. Started getting around each other, and now GenG making some saves, but the ball not firmly in their hands. As Atomic just sends us right to Chronic, even though Beast Mode was below. Now Daniel has some
He got the
space,
dunk.
and First Killer gets to
Oh,
the
it's centered.
crossbar
Oh,
in
God, I didn't
time.
see Chronic there for a second.
Chronic scoops it up with Beast Mode gone. GenG has some time to think, but Daniel from the midfield is such a nuisance.
What a
and he takes
save,
the shot.
First Killer.
First Killer saves.
No
and
boost
you're
though
not
for
even
Daniel.
over yet. As the pinch almost came out to Daniel again, and it's up in the air.
What a
GenG
pre-jump.
had to pull up
How in
all
the world do you
stops.
read that?
Crazy read from Beast Mode as
Yeah.
well. Chronic wanted to go for the double, but Beast Mode somehow read what he was going to do.
off.
Is that net open?
You're fine.
Oh, it's just wide. Beast Mode wasn't going to be able to get back. Now on the counter,
awkward double commit.
from G2 offensively.
Daniel just got left
all
on an
alone.
island.
30 seconds until GenG could rewrite the ending of this script to take the crown away from G2. And that confidence going into Worlds is everything. A big win from
Oh,
Jack.
dude,
He
G2
shoves
gotta
Daniel
find
out of the
something
way.
soon.
First killer pops up. Few touches off to the side. Atomic puts it away.
Uh-oh.
This is the final countdown here for G2. If they cannot
Dude, I
get
think they
this
got it.
goal, it is over. GenG
Oh!
are your Qualifier 3
Dude,
champions.
GenG!
They finally take down G2 in the
A
grand finals.
4-1 like that's a pretty
All
dominant
smiles and
victory,
attacks,
man.
but
They
still
kind of held
locked in,
G2
though.
down to a lot of, like a little amount of goals.
Back to back from the
Dude, that's an
Swiss to
impressive
now.
showing from
It was not
GenG,
a
and that's the
fluke.
last event before we go into the major. So GenG are going to have a lot of momentum, even though I think G2 are still the #1 seed for North America. But dude, that was still a pretty nuts series. Give me some GGs in the chat. If you're on YouTube, make sure you're hitting the like and leaving a comment below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video.